Hello, do you think or do you believe that having financial freedom is a good idea? If you do, join me in this video because this book is called the Cashflow Quadrant. I'm reading it and it's called A Guide to Financial Freedom. It was written by Robert Kiyosaki, the one who wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Sounds interesting? Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. In this video, I'm continuing to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a guide to financial freedom. And this is video number 9. If you're new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema, a business owner here in Virginia, USA. On this channel, I recently switched up a little bit, sharing business books, something to do with money books, personal development, and all with the goal of asking you to take a step to make your life better. I also mixed up with motivation. So if any of that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing to this channel. But at this point, please, all of you watching me, please, especially the ones who are coming back, like the video. You're not liking the video. You come leave comments, but you forget to like the video. Please, like the video, support this message. And if you've seen me before, I appreciate you very much. Hopefully you already subscribed. At this point, let me share my schedule. I'm here daily, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, USA Eastern Time. Check your local equivalent, please. It's USA Eastern Time. You know, America has many zones, time zones. And 12:30 p.m. I'm here daily, discussing books. But on Friday, I come live. And then on Sunday, I do motivation. So please, set it somewhere like, you can click on the notifications here after you subscribe, or you also just put something in your phone to remind you. I bring them as premieres. So 12:30 p.m., give it that to me, please. It will be worth it. Okay. After the schedule now, if you want to get this book, you know this book is book number 2. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad as book number 1, and then he wrote this book number 2. I already finished the number 1 book. I have 68 videos. You can find it, Lessons from Robert Kiyosaki, in the playlist. And also I link it in the description. But this one is book number 2. It puts that, now we're at another level. So if you never heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you never read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, please find those videos. I recorded 68 of them. And you find them interesting. Then this is level number 2. And you are now learning, it's a guide to financial freedom. Now, if you want to get it, audio form is free for 1 month. The physical book you can buy. Honestsoul.com is my website. You can go through that, or there is a link in the description. Audio will take you to Audible, Amazon Audible. You put in your name, they give you for free 1 month. And then, if you want, this is video number 9. But if you want to watch where I started, when I introduced the book and introduced Robert, video number 1 all the way to 8, including this one, because whenever I record them, I add them on the list. You'll find the playlist. I call it Cashflow Quadrant in the playlist, but also in the pinned comment here and at the end of this video, and also in the description. Okay, that's how you get to the video number 9. Is a continuation. We are still on the introduction of the book, by the way, but he called it. He gave it the title when he started. Why don't you get a job? Because he was explaining how he became homeless, but still he didn't get a job. I guess that's why he made it the title of this chapter. But before he started reading number 9, I have to remind you where we were in number 8. In number 8, he gave us an example. You know, we are learning the cash flow quadrant. At this point, I think let me remind you of the cash flow quadrant. For those of you who are new, you just watched this video. We have a cash flow quadrant, which has a left side of E and S, E employee and S self-employed person, that how we earn money. And then on the right, you could be a business owner or you could be an investor. So that's what this whole book is all about. And in the last video, number 8, Robert was explaining how a doctor could earn money from any of those, as an employee or as a self-employed person or as a business owner or as an investor. So if you didn't watch number 8, that's what that was about. Now we are in number 9. Number 9, I'm going to read. And it says, he starts with a short headline and says, different methods of income generation. More than anything, it's the internal differences of our core values, strengths, weaknesses, and interests that affect which quadrant we decide to generate our income from. Some people love being employees, while others hate it. Some people love owning companies, but don't want to run them. Others love owning companies and also love running them. Some people love investing, while others can't get past the risk of losing money. Most of us are a little of each of these characters. Being successful in the 4 quadrants often means redirecting some internal core values. Now here's another short headline. You can be rich or poor in all 4 quadrants. It is important to note that you can be rich or poor in all 4 quadrants. There are people who earn millions and people who go bankrupt in each of the quadrants. Being in one quadrant or another does not necessarily guarantee financial success. I think it's good that he said that, although I still don't believe that it's easy to become a millionaire as an employee. I don't know that I believe that. I mean that being an employee, this is me, by the way, putting in my 2 cents. Because employee is hard to really become rich when you're just an employee. Okay, so you can be financially comfortable. Okay, and now another headline. Not all quadrants are equal. By knowing the different features of each quadrant, you'll have a better idea as to which quadrant or quadrants might be best for you. For example, one of the many reasons I chose to work predominantly in the B and I quadrants is because of tax advantages. For most people working on the left side of the quadrant, there are legal tax breaks available. Yet, legal tax breaks are bound on the right side of the quadrant. I think I have to read this again. For most people working on the left side of the quadrant, there are few legal tax breaks available. Yet, legal tax breaks are bound on the right side of the quadrant. By working to generate income in the B and I quadrants, I could acquire money faster and keep that money working for me longer without losing large chunks of it to the government in form of taxes. Remember, we covered taxes in the Rich Dad Poor Dad, so we know where he's going with that. Okay, there is another short headline. Different ways of earning money. When people ask why Kim and I were homeless, I tell them it was because of what my rich dad told me about money. For me, money is important, yet I didn't want to spend my life working for it. That's why I didn't want a job. If we are going to be responsible citizens, Kim and I wanted to have our money work for us, rather than spend our lives physically working for money. That's why the Cashflow Quadrant is important. It depicts the different ways money is generated. There are ways of being responsible and creating money other than physically working for it. Now, he has another short headline. Different fathers, different ideas about money. I mean, different dads. My highly educated dad had a strong belief, that's his real dad, had a strong belief that the love of money was evil and that excessive profit meant you are greedy. He felt embarrassed when the newspapers published how much he made because he felt he was overcompensated in comparison to the teachers who worked for him. He was a good, honest, hardworking man who did his best to defend his point of view that money wasn't important to his life. Okay, this is still on the highly educated dad, his dad. My highly educated yet poor dad constantly said these words, these statements. They are all in quotes. I'm not that interested in money. I'll never be rich. I can't afford it. Investing is risky. Money isn't everything. That's the end of the quote. And now, another short headline. Money supports life. My rich dad had a different point of view. He thought it foolish to spend your life working for money and to pretend that money wasn't important. Rich dad believed that life was more important than money, but that money was important for supporting life. He often said, you only have so many hours in a day, and you can only work so hard. So why work hard for money? Why work hard for money? Learn to have money and people work hard for you. And you can be free to do the things that are important. To my rich dad, what was important was as follows. Having lots of time to raise his kids, having money to donate to charities and projects he supported, bringing jobs and financial stability to the community, having time and money to take care of his health, being able to travel the world with his family. So this is what was important to the rich dad. Those things take money, he used to say. The rich dad. That's why money is important to me. Money is important, but I don't want to spend my life working for it. This is the last one. It's still a short subheading. Choosing quadrants, but it's my last paragraph. One reason Kim and I focused on the B and I quadrants while we were homeless was because I had more training and education in those quadrants. It was because of my rich daddy's guidance that I knew the different financial and professional advantages of each quadrant. For me, the quadrants on the right side, the B and I quadrants, offered the best opportunity for long-term financial success and financial freedom. Also, at the age of 37, I had experienced successes and failures in all 4 quadrants, which allowed me some degree of understanding about my own personal temperament, likes, dislikes, strengths, and weaknesses. I knew which quadrants I did best in. That's why I'm going to stop the reading today, but I wanted to make a comment about the core values we're talking about, because in my lifetime, I'm 53, I've seen people, it doesn't matter what you say to them, I don't think they'll ever own a business. They'll ever think like they don't want that. They want the comfort of having a job, the comfort, the steady paycheck, and that's it. So do what you feel is comfortable. But then there are those people who feel like they could do more with their time, that they don't have to spend 40 hours a week working for someone else. They could spend those 40 hours a week doing something for themselves. So there are different kinds of people. And then there are those who can start it, but then they don't know what to do next. Okay, you like the idea of a business, but can you manage it? That's what he was talking about. And then there are those who like to start the businesses, but they don't like to manage it. They just give it to other people to manage. And then there are those who like to invest in other businesses. So it's all different. But my point here is there are people who love to be employees. They love being employees. They don't like those responsibilities of owning a business. It's okay. It's okay as long as you have figured out how to earn enough being an employee. The problem is if you struggle. And then as people who choose to be independent and have businesses, then we have to learn to take this to the next level. Because you are still on the S side, self-employed, it's not good either. You are the job. It's like until you get to hire people to do the work, while you can take off and do whatever you want, and while it's profitable to allow you to do whatever you want, it's still a struggle. It's still a struggle for employees, I think, and also for self-employed. We want to be on the B and I side, but it's not easy. That's why we need this book. Hopefully, we're going to read it and put stuff in action, whatever he's saying, because we really need to move it. If you are going to take a break, We need money to work for us, not to be working for money. But again, if you want to be an employee, I guess I can't convince you. I can't convince you to stop. You can transition out slowly. But there are some people who like the comfort of a job. So that's okay. Just go have higher education, got more skills so they pay you more. Become a supervisor, a manager, you keep going up. That's good too. Okay. Leave a comment. What do you think? Like I always end them, I say take good care of yourself. Take good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Like the video, please, and add a comment. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.